finished with the entire artifact. So notice the following week we have right here, we have the clinical coach comes back to you and says, okay, now let's talk about the rubrics and prompts for task 3 and 4. And then the process, is cyclical. It goes back to doing the same thing. And then when you finish the artifact, in this case, the artifact has 5 tasks. Notice you don't do that. You don't have the peer review and the feedback for the 5th task. And the reason for that is the 5th task is a reflection through the competence. We're not going to criticize one another's ability.
Somebody's got their video going.
Subject to debate. And you have to evidence so many competencies in the competency folio, so you want to make sure that you pick 12 or 13 or so to evidence. You can go over the number, but you must have 12. All right. Now let me get to the forms that you'll be using to do what I just described.
I can't figure out who's. Let me see.
Okay, I got it.
Somebody got. Okay, good. Okay. Hey guys, there are people who will join us. People will continue to join us in the next few minutes. I'm just going to scroll up and down to see kind of who's here, and then we'll get going in just a little bit. And I will tell all of you, this is a brand new experience for me, so guess what? We'll figure it out together tonight. I see Marcus. I see Yakila. Did I say it right? Wakila. Okay, yeah. I'll figure it out. If I'm wrong, correct me on any of it. But I've tried to practice.
No problem. It's okay. It's pretty normal.
There's going to be a lot of you, so I'm going to give it a few minutes just to see, just to see who can join in with us tonight. I hope we can. Actually, we have 2 classes in one that will be joining us for this brief session tonight. It's not going to be a long session, but I felt like it was important, since it was a new beginning, and we just needed to go ahead and get started, and I need to give you just a little bit of explanation as to how this week and next week was going to unfold. So we'll just see who is going to join us. And I'm honored that I have an Elizabeth Taylor on my list this time. I bet you get that all the time, don't you, Liz?
Well, I just got married, so yes.
You just got married, but I'm sure you will get that a lot.
Oh, I'm sure.
Elizabeth Taylor, they'll say, "Where's your Richard Burton?" But now there are some that there's some that wouldn't even know who we were talking about.
I know. Well, most of my students don't.
Anyway, just small talk. How many did most of you begin with students today, or? I know most systems did today, so I know it's been a most hectic day. So we understand all of that. But so far, I've got Marcus. I've got Sharon. Did I say that correct? I can't hear you. You're muted. Okay. Let me see. I can't hear it. Let me see. Mute. Sharon? I can't hear her. Okay. Hey, Christina.
Hi.
Hey, I'm just seeing who else is joining. Kelly, hey, I see you.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Sarah, can you hear me?
Yes,
Sarah,
I can.
Can you hear me? Okay, welcome. I see Sherry Hannah.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm just seeing who else has joined us. Corey, you're with us. Dr. Erica Rice, I see you. Welcome. Jody, you're with us. Lynetta, I see Jennifer Crawford. Teresa, you found me. Okay, Patty, you're with us. Some are still muted, so. Okay, I see Sandy.
Hi.
See, you and I have communicated a lot in the last little bit, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
Hey, Corey. Okay, let me see who else. I'm trying not to miss anybody that's joined in so far. Okay.
Over these like shirts.
Okay, let me see. Okay, we've got about 4 more minutes, and I'm going to, after it gets 7 o'clock, then we will join in, or we'll start, and then whoever joins us, they'll just catch us at whatever point, you know, where we are. And be patient with me. It's going to take me a little bit longer. I have worked all weekend trying to decide who is where and what, but I'll get all that figured out in the next couple of weeks. I'll put it all together. So just, again, this is a new process for all of us, so we'll work through this together. Let me see who else has joined us. Erica, can you hear me? Erica, can you hear me? Okay, she's can. Okay. Yes. Can you? Okay. Okay, I don't want. Okay. Okay, we have about 3 more minutes, and then. Somebody else has joined us. And Michelle has joined us. Hey, Michelle. Yes, okay. I'm going to give up. I can't keep up with everybody that's joining in right now. I'll just give it another minute or two. Tina, Cindy. Okay. Hey, Emily, I can see you. Hey, Emily. Let me see.
Mom, can I come say hey?
Yeah, whoever that is, tell them. Hey, Deanna.
Hi.
Okay, who are there? Whose child is this?
It's mine. It's Emily.
Okay. Emily, let me find you, Emily. Let me
I'm
find
right
you.
here.
Okay, let me scroll down to find you. Hey,
Okay.
Emily, let your child say hello.
Hello, Teal. Say hello. Come on, over here. He said you can say hey. Look.
Hey, young man, how are you doing?
Good.
Are you excited about mommy going back to school? That's great. Okay. Okay, guys. If you'll do this for me, any noise that might be in the background, you may want to just mute and just let me talk at this point. This is not going to be a long session, but I felt it most important, you know, that I did, those that could join us, that we would be able to just briefly have an introduction and a welcome. And the main focus today is to let you know that, you know, I don't want it to become overwhelming and for you to think, you know, what have I signed up for? I can't do this. My main focus right now is to assure you that you can and to talk you through that. This is the add-on licensure program for Gardner-Webb University, and I am Dr. Stedman, and I will be your instructor for MELS 601 this semester. And I know most of you or all of you should have already looked in Blackboard, and you've looked at it and you said, wow, that's a lot. It is a lot. But I just want you to know that, that Gardner-Webb has done an excellent job putting a great support team together. I will be your instructor this time, But in addition to that, you will have, and you will be introduced to him on Thursday of this week at 7 o'clock. That's why we have 2 Zoom sessions in 1 week, and we probably will do it next week, but after that, you know, they will start slowing down. But you'll meet Dr. Dale Lamb at 7 o'clock on Thursday, and Dr. Lamb is considered, he will be considered your clinical coach 2. And your clinical coach 2 is going to be with you throughout the entire program. I may or may not. You may have a different instructor next semester and your 3rd semester. I may end up being that, but whether I am or not, Dr. Lamb is going to be that constant person that's going to be with you throughout the program. And once you meet him on Thursday, you're going to find out that, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I've been working with Gardner-Webb for 5 years. I am very, very blessed and fortunate to have Dr. Lamb working with me side by side in this course. I love the way that Gardner-Webb is aligning up this program. And in addition to Dr. Lamb, who will be with you for the 3 semesters, you will also have a clinical coach 1. And that clinical coach 1, within the next 2 weeks, will be making a site visit to your school, meeting with you, meeting with your site supervisor, and again, making sure that if you've got questions, just to let you know that somebody is there to help you with the process. At no time do we want you to feel like that, you know, I don't want you to give up. Before you get to that point, you reach out to me as your instructor, you reach out to Dr. Lamb as your clinical coach 2, and then whoever your clinical coach 1 is, that will be coming to you very, very soon. At this point, the main thing is for you to be able to get into Blackboard, to be able to know that you've got, you know, we've worked through some problems with some of the email, and Dr. Lamb, I talked with him today, and some of our South Carolina people, there was a problem, but that glitch is being resolved, and so we apologize if there was a delay in you getting the emails that Gardner-Webb or I have been sending out, but we hope that we've got that resolved. Main thing is, I want you to be able to, you know, the thing is, go in there, become familiar with Blackboard. If you're not familiar with Blackboard, there is a Blackboard tutorial. It will help you tremendously to go through that Blackboard tutorial if you're not familiar with it. Secondly, just go through when you go into well, let me do this. Ignite your connection. Let me see if I can let me move this over. And again, let me hide all of this. It's a little bit slow, but I just want to show you this. When you go into when you go into the Gardner-Webb Web Connect page, the only thing that you really need to be concerned about as students on this page is you will always go to New Blackboard that will connect you where your course is. And then your Gardner-Webb email is there, and you need to check it on a regular basis. Now, my advice would be, I can't tell you how to do it. Dr. Lamb probably can on Thursday, but I had someone to connect my Gardner-Webb email to my preferred email. So there is a process to do that, and if you do that, it'll make your life a lot easier because all the Gardner-Webb stuff will come to you in your preferred email every day. But I'm going to, right now, I'm going to click on New Blackboard because that's where you're going to go to on a regular basis to look at your coursework. Now, when I go to the New Blackboard, it takes me to my personal page, and it shows me my courses. These are all the courses that I have been involved with since that New Blackboard's come up. But it's going to take me specifically to to the two classes that I'll be working with this semester, and that is the MELS 601 add-on licensure classes. Both, I've got two classes. Both of you are the same. So when we have these kind of sessions, Dr. Lamb and I both classes will be joining in at times for the sessions as we're having now. But then there will be times that we will individualize, and you will work with your groups within your own sections. Have an O2 section and an OH section. The OH section is the section where all of my South Carolina people are going to be, they're grouped in that section. So right now, I'm just going to click on my MELS 601 O2 class, and I hope all of you have been into your own personal. This is what you should see when you go there, and this would be for both the O2 section and the OH section. And you need to become familiar with this, because over to your left, this is going to explain pretty much everything that you will be doing for this semester. And we're going to talk about this more on Thursday, but right now I don't want you to become, I don't want today to be, I don't want this to be, we're not going to go into all of this today. I just want you to know that, what is there, and that, that over the course of the semester, you will be responsible, for something under almost every one of these tabs. The main thing is you can find your course syllabus and the handbook on this side. I would suggest that you probably print that out, because there's going to be times that you just need to refer to having a hard copy, at your fingertips and be able to look at. You are assigned to Zoom Teams. However, I want to let you know that I still have not heard from just a handful of students. They're beating the bushes at Gardner Webb to see if there's a reason why, if they've decided they're not going to join us, which I hope they will join us. So the Zoom Teams, that should be pretty concrete tomorrow. I have made some adjustments as late as this afternoon, so don't worry about that. The goal is to try to have at least 4 people in a Zoom if possible, and there may be 5 in some, and it's just going to make life easier when we get to that part, if we've got enough people working in those groups. So that is subject to change, so it's no big deal if that changes. I just wanted to go ahead and to let you know that. Dr. Neal, who is the program chair, sent you out a video, a YouTube video. I think it was Friday, but anyway, I watched the entire video, and that's about as good a video as you're going to find, as he has step by step gone through and explained the add-on licensure program. And while he was doing that, he also showed this page, and he clicked on every one of these areas and explained basically what was going to be in there. When you go into your course syllabus and you look at the week-by-week things, what we operate from is a course shell. I have already gone in there and found out that some of the links may not be working right now. If they don't worry about it. We'll fix that. If we can't fix it, we will find something else that will work in lieu of it. Most of those are for they're more of a help aid than anything else, so they will be easily replaceable if we can no longer get them to work. So don't worry about that. Dr. Lamb and I are working on those glitches as I speak. The main thing is, I want all of you to know that first of all, you would not have signed up for this program if you were not interested in doing something differently in your career and in your life. And I want you to know that you don't know me, and I hope you will learn to trust me over this semester. Over the next few days, it's going to be important that you'll learn to trust Dr. Lamb especially, and that you will embrace both of us and whoever your clinical coach one is, and that you will allow them as well as myself to make sure that you have a successful beginning, and that, you know, whatever hurdles we need to jump over, we can do this thing together. I'm doing a group session now. At any time that you feel like that you need to speak with me individually, all you've got to do is shoot me an email and just say, Dr. Stedman, when can I talk to you privately? I will talk to you on the phone. I may can answer it just, you know, by simply sending back an email to you. I will do a private Zoom session if I have to. The same thing with Dr. Lamb. Dr. Lamb will do the very same thing. Whatever it takes for us to work with you to assure you that you can do this is what we are, both of us are committed to do that. I'm very proud that all of you have made this decision to move forward. My goal is to assist you in every way possible to make you one of the best 21st century administrators that North Carolina and South Carolina can produce. So with that in mind, I just want to make sure that you know how to maneuver the tools that are before you. And again, if you don't know how, we will help you with that. Dr. Lamb is really going to be more of our technical person, and he's going to join us on Thursday, but you don't have to wait until Thursday. If you're having problems, as I have worked with some already yesterday and today, if you're having problems, reach out to me. If I don't have an answer, and I don't have a lot of the answers when it comes to technology, I'm learning myself, but I know where to go and find the answers. It does give you a link on this course overview page where you can go for technical assistance. Do that as a last resort. Reach out to me first, Dr. Lamb, and let us help you. It may be a simple fix if you go there. Many times you're not going to find somebody. They're going to give a recording. You're going to have to leave a message, and it may be just something that we can quickly talk you through. And like I said, if I don't know the answer, I will find somebody that can get us the answer, but we'll resolve the problem, whatever it is. But again, I can't say it enough. I want all of you to know that we are committed to helping make sure that you are successful in this program. And I want you to know, don't ever think, well, I'm not going to email Dr. Stedman, I'm not going to email Dr. Lamb, I'm not going to reach out, that I'm bothering them. Bother me. I want you to bother me. That's my job, for you to bother me if I need to. And you know, we just want to make sure that everything is going well for you. And with that in mind, without just going into specific things, is there anything that any of you want to say at this point?
Where is the Blackboard tutorial that we're supposed to do?
Okay, if you go to the course overview, and that's where I am right now. Can you see that? Can you see what I have up on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go all the way down. It goes all the way down. You see the Blackboard orientation modules at the very bottom?
Oh,
That
yes.
is it right there.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. And it doesn't take a long time. Actually, at the end, it's going to ask you to take a short quiz, and when you take the quiz and you pass it, and it gives you multiple attempts, but I don't think any of you are going to need multiple attempts. It will actually, I think it did when I did it a few years ago, it will print out a certificate showing that you have successfully completed the Blackboard training. So
Okay.
that's it. Okay. Other questions? That when you click on that, it will show, there will be, well, let me show you. Let me see. You see it says the purpose of Blackboard orientation modules, and that's where you actually just do the chapter work, and then when you get through, the Blackboard student user quiz.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. Other questions? Okay, some of you are muted, and we'll, like I said, we'll learn this stuff together. Other questions from anybody right now?
I have a
Dr.
question.
Stedman, can you see
Okay.
my chat?
Okay. No, now you're probably taking me into an area I'm not comfortable with yet. But
I'm sorry.
that's okay. That's okay. If there's, who am I speaking with?
This is Jody.
Jody, I can see you, Jody. Is it something that you can speak?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Is the town meeting at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. on
Okay,
Thursday?
I'm sorry. That was a mistake. Thank you, Jody, for that. The town meeting next Tuesday is at 6 o'clock, and I'll send out more. I'll just send out a reminder of that. Thank you, Jody, for that. That was an error on my part. And that is when Dr. Lamb and the other powers that be that work at Gardner-Webb University. I don't work at Gardner-Webb. I work for them. They are actually there on a daily basis. This will be a very, very empowering opportunity for you to meet lots of people, and it'll just bring. I think it'll solidify a lot of the questions you may have in your mind after Thursday's meeting with Dr. Lamb, and then Tuesday. Most of you, if not all of you, should be well on track after that. Everything else should be just, it should be pretty much. It should be much easier after these 3 meetings. I know it's a lot to start with, and with school beginning, but it is the fall, and we can't wait. 15 weeks will be over before we know it, and so we have a lot to do in 15 weeks. One of the things that Dr. Lamb and I will talk about on Thursday is going ahead and helping you get started on your artifact evidence work, and most of you probably have already started looking into that. I know it looks overwhelming when you look at it, but trust me, it's a lot of it is what you are doing already in your schools. We don't want you to work harder. We want you to work smart, and we're going to tell you ways that you can do that. But you do need to go ahead and begin thinking about, I don't know, I know in North Carolina they call them PLTs, PLCs in some places. South Carolina, I feel confident that you have the same thing. It may be called something differently, but where you work with your professional learning communities. What you're going to do with your first evidence artifact is you are going to actually design a PLC or a new PLT for your school. So begin thinking about, who is it I want to be on that team? You've got to come up with a team. It may be the grade level that you work with. Your principal or site supervisor may want to suggest the people that you have with it. But again, if you've got to do something already, work with people that's going to make it easy for you to do what you have to do, especially those of you that are still in the classroom. You need to work, figure out a smart way to do that. Also begin talking with your administrator and ask him or her, as we are looking at our school improvement plan, what are areas that need to be addressed that maybe there's not enough hands, there's not enough time in the day, but as a student intern for you over the next 3 semesters, this is something that I can embrace along with a committee, and we can address something that the school needs addressing that we've not been able to get to. So talk with your administrator and find out what is a problem area that you would be interested in working with, and they would allow you to work with your committee. So those are some things that you can go ahead and start thinking about now, and we will address those in more detail on Thursday. We will be working with because you're in the fast-paced program, you will be doing 2 evidence artifacts this semester, the APSL and the APTEL. So sometimes we will go ahead and cross over into the next one because you need to begin thinking about it. And while you're doing things, there's work that will come later down the road that you'll figure out, well, this is stuff that I do anyway, so I can go ahead and begin working on this task, but I will save the work until that time comes. Does that make sense? So, so just know that we're going to help all of you figure out how to make this work. Again, I know you look at it and you say, wow, I understand. But we're part of the wow, and we're going to make sure that every bit of it becomes doable for you. Other questions?
One additional question. My site closed. What do I need to do about that?
Okay, you're talking about where you work, Jody?
Yes.
Okay, where are you working now?
I am at Archer's Lodge in Johnston County.
Okay, all we've got to do, and there is a process, you're in a new location, so all we've got to do is let Gardner Webb know that you're in a new location and that you are that you have a new site supervisor, and we have to get whoever it is. You decide who that will be, and we will work that out. I tell you what, save that thought, Jody, and send me an email, a personal email, and let me work with you on that personally, Dr. Lamb and me, okay?
Okay.
Okay, but we'll work through that. That happens. You know, it could happen in midstream, but don't worry about it. Whatever happens, our job is to help you fix it.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Other questions right now?
I have a question. So on the syllabus, when it says that things are due in week 2, are they due on a particular day? Is it due like Sunday, 11:59 p.m.?
Okay, Crystal, some would probably say they're very stringent about it. All of you work. And I will tell you, as long as I get it by the end of the week, you know, by the end of the day, Sunday, I'm okay with it. So,
Okay.
you know, Sunday afternoon, let's just say Sunday, 9 o'clock, because a lot of times that's when people have to settle down and get things done, 9 o'clock that night. And if for some reason any of you would have a personal issue to come up, talk with me personally, and I will work with you personally. Is that fair?
Yes. So when is the best time to ask syllabus questions? Like I looked at the syllabus, and for task number 2, the first part of it says that something has to be recorded, but then when you go down to the prompt, it says that recording is optional.
Okay. Crystal, let me look at that. In fact, I don't know if you were with us earlier when I mentioned this was a course shell that was, most of it was developed by Gardner Webb, and it was handed to us. There are some things that Dr. Lamb and I are working out, some glitches.
Okay.
He and I are going to be meeting tomorrow. I'm actually going to look at that. I realized that there's a couple of things that I tried to click on. I could not get it to open.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, don't worry about it. I will tell you, all of that's important. All of the textbook stuff is important because it aligns itself with the other work. My main focus is helping you get into the program now and the evidence artifact work, getting started on that. Those kinds of little things, I'll figure that out. So if it's not working at this point, just let me know. And if it's not working for you, it's not working for anybody. And if I have to take it out and just take it away, and if I have to do something else, that's what I'll do to fix it. So don't stress over little things like that, okay?
Okay.
But let me know, because again, I haven't taught this class online before. I've taught it.
And that's my question. Is this the first time it's been done online?
No, this is not the first time. Last semester was the first time. This is actually the second semester that this add-on licensure program has been done online. But they're still working out with the task. They're still working out some of the artifacts evidence work. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just some of the materials that are aligned with the textbooks. And I'll be honest with you, after this semester, there probably won't even be any textbooks with this class anymore. There'll be other things that's being used, but that's not the case this semester. So does that answer?
No, I mean, there was just, like I said, I'm not sure if we're getting into the syllabus or not, but when I look at the task 2, on the top of it, it says that something has to be recorded. But then when you go down to the bottom of it, it says that the recording is optional. I don't know if they're connected.
Okay, and that could be, Crystal, I tell you what, do this for me, because if you would email me that question, okay?
Okay.
Let me look at it, because if it applies to you, it applies to everybody. Let me look at it based on you sending it to me, and I will answer it or fix it for the whole group. Thank you for noticing that already, though, Crystal.
Okay.
And if there are other things as you go down the road, all of you, any of you, don't hesitate to let me know, okay? Thank you, Crystal, for that.
Thank you.
Okay, other questions? And again, I can't say it enough. Don't hesitate to reach out to me, any of you, at any time. It's okay.
Dr. Steve,
Yes.
this is Regina McDaniel.
Hey, Regina.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing
I am
well.
very excited about being in the program. I just recently ordered books. One of my books will not return until between the 7th and the 14th. Is that going to be too late?
No, ma'am. If any of you are running into that problem, if you would let me know personally, communicate with me personally, and we will work with whatever the situation is, as long as I know that you're doing your part on your end. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. None of the textbooks are not going to keep you from moving forward with your artifact evidence work. So that's the good thing. Okay, other questions?
Is there like a checklist or something we can get just to kind of self-monitor ourselves as to what should already have been done or turned in?
Okay, there is really nothing that should have been turned in to me at this point, except when I just sent you an email just to add, and that was my way of knowing that you were out there and that you were still committed to the program. So that is the only thing that should have been sent to me at this point. There is a task in week 1. You have to put something in Blackboard, the same information that I requested you to email to me. That needs to go into Blackboard. And that is just simply so that when I finalize the groups by tomorrow, and I will finalize it tomorrow because I'll know if I've got to do any changing, I'll have it done by tomorrow. If I do, it's going to be minor. So for the most part, if you're in a group, the only way that it will be changed is if somebody didn't show up and I don't have enough people to qualify for a group. That's the only way I'm going to change it. But that is for your group purposes, Jody, and that is so that your groups can reach out to each other. What you're going to be putting into Blackboard about yourself, that information. That's the only thing at this point that would need to be done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jody. Other questions? Jody, I like you because you don't mind asking questions.
Oh, I'm sorry if I asked too many questions.
No. That's what I said. I like that about you. Thank you for doing that. And it keeps me on my toes. I need people like you.
Thank you for being patient with me because
No, I didn't. That was not a negative. Please know that. That was not a negative. Okay, other questions. What I'm going to do is I will go ahead and I will send you the identification. I'm not going to do it tonight. I'll do it tomorrow for your Thursday meeting. Again, it will be at 7 o'clock. Once you will log in, it will be with me. And once everybody logs in, I'm going to turn over my computer to Dr. Lamb at that time. And pretty much Dr. Lamb will be driving the ship on Thursday. If I need to answer something, I can talk just like you can talk, or if he needs to turn it back over to me, he and I both have that capacity to go back and forth. But he will be driving the ship pretty much on Thursday, because you need to know the two main people that's going to be working with you this semester. Okay. Now I know when I close this down, somebody's going to say, "I wish I had asked that question," or "I forgot to ask it." Just email it to me. Okay. You have my email. You can email me as many times or as much as you need to. Okay. Any other questions? Any other questions at this time? If not, again, thank you so much for being a part of this program. And thank you so much. I'm going to tell you already, thank you for trusting me to be your instructor this time and allow me to work with you. You're going to find that Dr. Lamb and I, you're going to become my children, and I want my children to do well. Okay? I've been doing education for a long, long time, almost 40 years. I love what I do, and I'm excited to know that you're going to be a part of what I have done for so long. But all of you have a wonderful evening, and I look forward to seeing you again on Thursday.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
Okay, good evening.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.